So after our last episode, we're back for the second leg of our Real Madrid tie in the Champions League, but it is looking like it might be a little bit more difficult than expected. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new to this series. This is our Hertha Berlin FM22 Journeyman, where we're attempting to win the Champions League, either with this club or the next. We have today, as mentioned, got our second leg tie against Real Madrid, and as I said, it might be a little bit more difficult than expected, and that's mainly because there's not a lot of depth again. There's still players out in the side. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Mancini, obviously, after leaving us fully in the lurch at the start of the last match against Real Madrid, is suspended for this match. But more importantly, Unai Simon, obviously our first choice goalkeeper, is out because he pulled his ankle ligaments in training. So we're being forced to play our backup, who's not exactly fantastic, shall we say. We have been in some pretty decent form since you were last with me. It's only been the 2 matches, but a 3-1 win against St. Pauli and then a 6-1 win against Mainz in the Bundesliga leaves us in a relatively decent frame of mind to be playing against Real Madrid. Bizarrely, in the build-up to this, we're being called the favourites for this tie, which is strange because I'd assume that was Real Madrid. This is going to be our lineup to face them either way, which is Schneller in goal, Castillo, Alhassian, Lacroix and Funk as our back 4 today, Diallo, Silva and Schubert in midfield, Bodino, Techoa and Luca the front 3. So kind of a very normal sort of lineup for us, apart from maybe Alhassian not normally in there. Normally Valdez, potentially Mancini, then our 3rd choice, and then Al Hassan, probably our 4th choice here for these 2 slots. And obviously Schneller, definitely not our 1st choice goalkeeper, but it is going to be the one we're going to have to go with today. And you know, he's very, very capable, or at least he will be in a couple of seasons time. We've also, spoilers for the transfer window episode, which obviously will be coming up as soon as we finish this season. We have already made 2 fairly big signings for next season to improve our defence. A couple of players I've been tracking now since I started at Hertha Berlin, and they've slowly been getting better, and we've decided to bring them to the club. So we've already spent the entirety of our transfer budget that we had left over from the January transfer window, which was about 80 million pounds or so. Anyway, on to the match against Real Madrid. Al Hassan here with a corner. Can we get one early? We can't. We have obviously got a 1-goal deficit following our first leg. We're going to need to hit the ground running pretty quickly, which we do seem to be doing. Al Hassan again into Luca. Luca's got a goal. 27th goal of the season, putting us now 2-2 across the 2 legs after 5 minutes at home in Berlin. That could be game changing. Essentially now it becomes an 85-minute game, and the winner will be going on to qualify for the next round of the Champions League. And at the moment, we look like we are all over Real Madrid. I definitely think that red card for Mancini really changed the tie last match. Bodino into Schubert here. Schubert's put one away after 12 minutes. 11th goal of the season for him. We're 3-0 up against Real Madrid on aggregate. We're 2-0 up on the evening. Oh, this is all going swimmingly. This is also going to be the only match we show today on the channel. It's going to be a very short episode, just because the matches going on around this aren't overly important. We're trying to get to the Champions League draw, assuming we qualify through this one as well, just so we can see who our opponents will be. I'll also show you we've also got our DFB Pokal semi-final opponents have now been drawn, so I'll show you that at the end of the match as well. Cross there into the head of Tetra, however, but it has been cleared as far as the yellow, and now Funk getting forward on the right. It's been blocked, but only back as far as Funk. And now Lorenzo Luca is headed home, our 3rd of the evening. And we have completely dismantled Real Madrid here in Berlin. 21 minutes in, and we are 3-0 up and absolutely coasting. That one cleared back out to Funk, who just crosses it straight back in, pretty much knowing he's going to find the head of Lorenzo Luca if he puts it even remotely in that area. I think at some point Real Madrid are going to come back into this. They've got a lot of possession. We're very much seemingly hitting them on the counter attack here, but I'll fully take that. This is the first corner we've seen for them here. It is cleared, and Techahoa able to latch onto that one now. Hopefully he can bring it forward with his pace. He's all got away from Clement, I think that was, for Real Madrid. Back to Funk, crossed into the box to Badino. Can't quite keep his header down to add our 4th of the evening, but we are 3-0 up. Real Madrid now trying to bring the ball forward and hopefully reduce this deficit. At least they're hoping to. I hope that they don't score at all. Oh, that was very, very close. We aren't as confident in Schneller as we would be in Unai Simon. I wasn't overly confident in Unai Simon at the start of the season. He does seem to have vastly improved this season compared to last, and definitely vastly improved as the season has gone on. But I still don't know if I'm fully confident in him. And I think this as well, Unai Simon getting injured and Schneller being our backup at 2 stars current ability and 2 stars potential. Potentially highlights that we do need to go on the look for a goalkeeper in the summer. I'd still like to get hold of, I can't remember what his name is, and it's not going to mean anything to you guys either because it's a new gen. But it was a goalkeeper that was at FC Cologne last season and then got purchased by Chelsea. We made a £50 million bid for him, which was matched by Chelsea, and he chose to go there instead. I'd still quite like to get hold of him. The other one that keeps obviously popping up is PSG's Donnarumma, but I don't think that's likely to be happening anytime soon, because not only do I think it'd be quite expensive, but PSG aren't even willing to give us a price for him. It just says not for sale, and if you inquire, they basically tell you to bugger off because they're not interested in even. They basically have said they think he's unsellable, so not even interested in discussing that. Oh, in the ball into Techahoa here. Techahoa slots one past Courtois, and we're 4-0 up against Real Madrid. Where was this in the last match? Mancini has a lot to answer for, because this could have been easy coasting across these 2 legs if this particular tie is anything to go by. Instead of that, he made it very, very difficult for us, but we've more than made up for it in this tie. At least 4-0 up and absolutely dominating Real Madrid here. Schubert's just got a yellow card. The fact that I'm looking and thinking it's the 61st minute and I could probably rotate shows how much we are coasting. Instead of that, Castillo's going to get injured, so Mykolenko is going to come on for a very, very rare appearance. Badino probably can come off as well, and Kavrak can come on that left hand side on the stroke of 62 minutes gone. Bayern are absolutely smashing Inter Milan in their Champions League tie as well. Luca rising up there, almost getting his hat-trick. Be lovely if he can get one before the end of this match. A hat-trick for Lorenzo Luca against Real Madrid. You know, that's elite status really as a striker, isn't it? I think definitely at this point, definitely against this team. We are quite a lot in the future though, so I don't know exactly this is the same sort of Real Madrid, but you know, they've been top club for years and years and years. There's a reason they've won as many Champions Leagues as they have in real life. And when we've had a look, obviously they've just been swapping the leaguers back and forth with Barcelona for the last 10 years. So they're definitely still a top tier, top club, definitely. But you wouldn't know it looking at the side that we're playing this evening. That one's cleared as far as Mykolenko, and that's going to be the end of that highlight. And it is now time for us to make one more substitution. Who shall we bring on? Lorenzo Luca's on his hat-trick, and I kind of want him to get it, so I think we'll just take off Diallo. Let's bring on Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips to shore up that spot in front of the back 4 there. Techo is swinging this one into the box. Silva snatches at that one. What a shame. Would have been nice for our debutant, season debutant Silva here to get a goal against Real Madrid. Instead of that, he snatched it a little bit and not managed it. This ball into Schubert here. Back to Funk. Can we get another goal? Funk. Oh, it's palmed away by Courtois, but only as far as Techahoa to Phillips now, and that ball just not really finding anyone, is it? And it's just going to go out of play for a Real Madrid goal kick. But look at this. They've had 2 shots this match. They've come to Berlin and have not showed up at all. They have been found thoroughly lacking on this occasion. Big clearance there by Courtois. And oh my God, Schnellner's come all the way out there to claim that ball. Luckily, he has managed it. Al Hassian now to Kavarat. Ball into the box to Techahoa. Techahoa with a shot there, but it is going to be saved and kept hold of by Courtois. Only a few minutes left, though. We're 3 goals up on aggregate, 4 on the evening. You would think we are good for qualifying here. And that just about summarises the Real Madrid game today. That shot there, 3 shots. They have not had a single shot on target against us in this tie. That is a brilliant, brilliant performance from us. Bayern Munich there, though. 5-1 win against Inter Milan, 6-2 on aggregate. Castillo's injury in that match, though, is going to see him out for 2 to 3 weeks. I think we do send him to the specialist. That's the best we can do. Luca will just praise his performance after he got those 2 goals against Real Madrid. Valdez is now happy to stay at the club. He wanted to leave in the January transfer window, but we told him we'd be reaching the latter stages of the Champions League, which he's now happy we have done. So I guess our next match is going to be the quarterfinals. It is the quarterfinals, so it's in 3 games time, so that will probably be in the next episode as well, probably these quarterfinal matches. But for now, we need to try and find out who we'll be playing. Well, while we wait a few more days for that draw to happen, we have actually just got our new intake of youth players. And if you haven't already, you can go onto my Patreon. The link for that is down in the description below. The lowest tier and all the above tiers in that one can choose one of these players to be named after you, and you can be included in the save if you do wish. So that will be going up shortly after this episode has been uploaded today. So having a quick look at some of these players, we can have a look at them in some detail. We've got Ismet Algeti, who's a central defender. He's from Kosovo here, and as we can see, 1-star current ability with a roughly anything up to 3.5 stars of potential ability for the first team. Fairly determined, obviously a young centre back. We're saying his weakest attribute is his lack of team ethic and the fact his current ability, but that makes sense given, you know, he's literally 15. Our other top talents then are Jens Meyer here, who's a central midfielder. He's best played as pretty much any of the positions by the look of it. So ball winning midfielder, central midfielder, carrilero, deep lying playmaker, all played equally well. Current 1-star ability as well. Again, a 3.5 star potential. He's got an unambitious personality though, so not necessarily an ideal trait there, but some of this does look quite good. He's already got 13 tackling, 18 aggression. I think he'd be quite good as a ball winning midfielder. Our third top talent is a German Wolfgang Meyer, who is a left back, or he can also play as a centre back or right back, but left back seems to be his preferred position. 1-star current ability, again with 3.5 stars potential. Low determination though, good acceleration. Technical ability not great at the moment, but he's got 13 for technique. Again, he's only 15 years old. You think he'd grow into the position a bit. Other ones then, we've got a goalkeeper in Levent Seca here. 1-star, could be 3-star ability. Remembering Unai Simon's only 3-star at the moment, so although that doesn't look that good, that's quite a decent player. Low determination in his personality though. We haven't got the best personalities come through this one. We've got Donat Jusifi here as well, who would, I'd imagine, I'd probably train him as a left winger. He looks quite decent, although not the best potential in the world. And then it kind of goes downhill a little bit from there. Loris Bouts here. Again, he could be a left or a right winger. He hasn't got the best current ability compared to some of the other guys. And it kind of goes down from there, as you can see. I mean, we're trying to offer as many as possible of these guys contracts. Annoyingly, this says a below average intake, when we got the pre sort of view of this intake, it was saying it could potentially be a golden generation. And the amount of times I've got a could be a golden generation and then had a pretty crappy intake, it's very, very annoying when that happens. But enough of that. We have now got the quarterfinal and semi-final draws for the Champions League. Teams that are left in the competition, and we've got Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Hertha Berlin, so ourselves, Man City and PSG. We're almost guaranteed here to get an English team, given all 4 of them are still in it. So we go with the automatic draw then, and watch the draw as they're having. So Man United first out of the hat. They're going to be facing our rivals at Bayern Munich. We've then got PSG against Hertha Berlin. So we've got PSG in the quarter-final, Chelsea versus Man City, and then Liverpool versus Barcelona. So at least one of the English teams are going out in the next round, and then we're also going to see the semi-final here. So it is going to be either Chelsea or Man City against Liverpool or Barcelona, and then that's going to be Man United or Bayern Munich then against either ourselves or PSG. So we could face Bayern Munich in the semi-final, or Man United, or we could get knocked out completely. But nonetheless, now we know who we are going to be playing. We can have a look at when it's going to happen. We've just played Augsburg while we were waiting for this draw to happen. It's been like a whole week. So we've just played Augsburg after the Real Madrid match, beat them 5-1 in the Bundesliga. We've got Mönchengladbach and Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. And then we will have the PSG matches, I think, in the next episode. So we'll play both legs of that. We've then got Frankfurt again in the DFB Pokal semi-final shortly after that. So we'll see where we are after the Champions League quarter-final. In terms of that win in the league, though, it does put us 7 points clear. So theoretically, we could actually win this before the end of the season. We could, if we keep winning, actually beat Union Berlin and be enough points clear at the top of the table that after beating our rivals, we could win the Bundesliga. So that could be a very, very nice special episode if that happens. The DFB Pokal semi-final and the Bundesliga match against Union Berlin, seeing us win a trophy in the Bundesliga and get to the final of a different trophy. But for now, we need to focus on PSG, which will happen in tomorrow's episode, both legs of that one. If you have enjoyed today's episode and us absolutely dismantling Real Madrid in the Champions League, then please do drop a like down below this video. It really helps out get this video to some other eyes who might not have seen it yet. If you are one of those people who hadn't seen this series before and maybe you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button as well, as we try to get to 2,000 subscribers before the launch of FM23, which is obviously a few months away now, so plenty of time to do that. Until next time though, guys, thank you very much for watching today. Check out the video that's on the screen now, and I'll see you tomorrow for the matches against PSG. Bye bye.